It's the kind of feel-good dish we love for fall. Hearty, delicious, and loaded with protein, this butternut squash and chicken bake checks all the boxes. Suzy Bunker is joining me with her recipe. Kind of smells good in here.
Right?
Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. And I know we only have a few things already going on the stove, but what do you like about this dish?
That it's one pan.
Thank you.
Right? We love one pan, and I love all the fall flavors. We've got some fresh rosemary in here, but the little bit of sweetness from the butternut squash, a little bit nutty too, with a wild rice and chicken, you can't go wrong.
Can we start with the chicken? How have you seasoned that up?
So we just seasoned it with a little bit of smoked paprika and salt and pepper, and I just cooked it in the pan, a little bit of avocado oil. I like avocado oil. It's a good high heat oil. So I like to get a good sear so we can lock in that flavor and those juices. So you're just gonna cook the chicken till it's done, and then in the same pan.
Keep it,
yep. In the same pan, keep it. Just got a little bit of onion or shallot, and then with some garlic and our simple rosemary thyme.
Rosemary, I'm sitting here thinking like we need to use that more. It smells so good and so fall, like you said.
Yes, and so you can use dried herbs, but fresh herbs always make things taste better. But a good rule of thumb is you want twice as much for a fresh herb. So if you're gonna use fresh rosemary, it's twice as much as dried.
Okay,
so
the dried is more potent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
and then
you add in the squash, and you're just gonna kind of push this around for a minute to get all the flavors off there.
Are you using like the pre-chopped squash? Is that the cheater's way?
Great question. No, that is the cheater's way, but it's okay to cheat on that. That's not. There's no. I'm gonna deglaze the pan just a little bit so we don't burn anything. But when you add in that liquid, it kind of deglazes. But the butternut squash, I'm gonna show you a little tip I have for cutting your own butternut squash, because that's the main reason people don't want to make their own, is they're like, it's
intimidating. So how do you do it?
It is. So all you're going to do is take this squash and you're just going to poke it like you do a potato.
Okay.
And then you're just going to stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
The microwave?
Yes, and that's going to soften the skin a little bit, so it'll make it a lot easier to peel. And then when you peel it, you just cut off both ends, stick it up, and you could use a knife or a peeler, and it will just peel right up.
And then you just have the center, the mass.
Yes, and then just the seeds inside, you just scoop
Get
out,
the seeds out.
The seeds that come in the middle there.
Okay.
Just scoop those out, and then you can just chop them up. So
well, that was easy.
Not hard out, right?
Okay.
So you can buy it pre-made or pre-cut, but you're always spending more money.
Yeah.
So just depends on.
A few extra steps, and you can handle that.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So then once this has been cooking for a minute, then all you're going to do is you're going to add in your chicken broth, about 2 cups.
And I would imagine the squash cooks up fairly quickly, right?
Yeah, it does, and it's going to cook with the rice. So the rice, when we're using wild rice, this takes 45 minutes to cook, where jasmine rice, which is yummy in this too, the white rice would be 20 minutes.
Okay.
So if you're going to do the wild rice, just give yourself more time. If you're going to do jasmine or white, it's just going to take 20 minutes.
And the squash won't get mushy after that long?
No, it just, I mean,
soft.
You can see, that it's all cooked up. It's still there. It's not like
falling apart.
Yes, exactly. It still will retain it. Yeah, retain that. So, so super simple to add that in, and then we're going to add a little bit of fresh lemon. So we squeeze a lemon, half of a lemon in there.
Gosh,
that's
is anyone else puckering at home? Maybe it's the smell, but
brighten it. And we're also going to add. I'm going to add coconut milk to make this dairy-free, but you could do cream. So if you ever, sometimes it's hard if you have to cook for someone who's dairy-free and gluten-free, but you can make this dish with either. And the coconut gives it a tiny bit of a yummy coconutty flavor, which sounds strange to go with these flavors, but
I don't think so.
All my kids loved it.
Yeah,
They love it with the coconut.
So it gives you the creamy texture and then the hint of coconut in the flavor.
Yeah, so you can make it dairy-free and gluten-free. This is an easy dish you can make for any family. You know how sometimes you don't know if you can bring in, dinners and know with allergies. So super simple. Then you're just going to cover it up and cook that. So 45 if you've got the wild rice and 20 if you've got the white. So comes together super simple. Once it's done, you can add that chicken back in there and let it heat for a minute. And you're ready to go. Let's
celebrate all the things. One pan, as promised.
Right.
So many great fall flavors. The gluten-free, dairy-free option is nice for so many with food sensitivities out there. I just love how easy that. I mean, it's hearty, it's fresh. It was made from your own kitchen, but it was quick too.
Right. I know. All those flavors and smells this time of year. It's so fun to cook.
Suzy,
it's so fun
thank you. I can't wait to make this at home, and I will. And you share recipes like this all the time, and even offer cooking classes to help inspire people to cook toward this way.
I do. I have virtual cooking classes, and right now what's hot is my freezer meal class. It's pre-done. I did with Mickey Eberhardt.
Oh, awesome.
So it's on-demand classes, and you make 12 meals in like an hour and a half and get your freezer stocked for the holidays. It's so nice because they're healthy, they're hearty, they're delicious, they're kid friendly. And so in about an hour and a half, get some friends together, have kids over, grandkids.
Fire up the laptop, you all cook together.
Yep, you push play, you can hear me and Mickey just,
what
laughing
a great
along and cooking
idea.
together. Yeah, it was so fun. So you get 12 meals done in an hour and a half and then you're set for winter. I have so many people who've reached out and said, you saved my Christmas. Like I literally just using those one pot meals, throw them in the crock pot and they're yummy. I'm not a huge crock pot fan because of textures and I don't know. I love the time saving, but we have little tips for you to make them a little bit better. And
how do we clickety-clack our way into that class?
So just come to my Instagram, Cook Healthy with Suzy, and then just click on the link in my bio, and you'll see all the on-demand classes. But it's just the holiday freezer meal class.
What a great idea. Thank you so much. We'll link you over to the class page.
And I'm offering a $5 off coupon. I forgot.
Don't forget that.
Studio 5 in the coupon, and it'll give you $5 off, so it's only $14. And
Studio
you'll get
5
the class.
saves every time. Thank you so much, Suzy. Great job.